Now you know who ain't standing on business no more because business is dropping them left to right.
Like flies.
Brother Love, P Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs. He's being dropped because of Cassie initially coming out with a lawsuit against him for sexual assault, amongst other things, and then him paying her off within less than 24 hours,
Right.
or him coming to an agreement within less than 24 hours, her dropping the lawsuit. Oh, baby, but that didn't stop there. So
It
many
didn't.
more allegations started coming out from other women, from other people. Conspiracy theories, stories, interviews from people who are very close to him started coming
Mm.
out. And I thought these aren't going to do anything. But oh, was I wrong? The discourse amongst that conversation or the incident or Cassie just coming out and saying that this is what happened to me. People were saying it didn't happen to her. She just wanted money. She should have never, she should have left. People like Slim Thug, who we just got back to be like, okay, Slim Thug, you kind of cute, you handsome Asian man, you buying back the community. We
Right.
like what we seeing, you know what I'm saying? Um, Now you want to come out on your social media with some other men with mics who have that type of energy. You want to come on your social media and say why she ain't go to the police. I don't believe her. Why she ain't talk about it? And I'm like, dang, they get to have this discourse, and Diddy still gets to live his life. Then paid that woman off, and what did she get? What did she get?
Assaulted.
Assaulted. But
Mm.
those brands were like, hey, yo,
Mm.
Diddy, Brother Love, Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs, we gonna have to drop you. They
Is that
dropped him from the most recent brand that he connected with because we don't see him with Ciroc that much anymore, but we do see him with that brand. I forget the brand. I think it starts with a V, and it's an alcoholic brand.
Oh, you're talking about the one that the Deleon?
Is it Deleon? I think it's Deleon.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, but with that, he had already been gone from Deleon in a minute because there were some talks about they weren't seeing eye to eye on some stuff. But now thinking about it, I think this may have something
No,
to do
they
with it.
full on dropped him. They recently
Oh,
said they
okay.
can't work with
Yeah,
him any
because
longer.
he talked about he was suing them. This was like
Mhm.
a few months ago.
Oh, they said
So
that.
yeah.
They said
So
that.
they stepped up, and then Revolt was the other one. He just stepped down
Revolt,
from Revolt.
Macy's, as it says on the screen,
Mm.
Macy's actually dropped all his stuff. Didn't know people were still wearing Sean. What was it? Sean
Son
John.
John
Which
Child.
Sean John did do a rebranding and it was nice.
Mm.
Good day, Sean John.
wow?
Good day. They
Wow.
said
Oh.
no more. So a lot of people are coming out. What I thought couldn't happen to Diddy is happening to Diddy. Um,
Right.
and right now, I think there should be something that goes on like this for people who are seemingly untouchable. I said this, I believe I said it on this platform. I said it on Leftist Mafia. I said it on my own page. Listen, Diddy thought because white people like to run. Russell Brand is in the same kind of allegations that's happening right now, and he ran straight to the grifting harder. He went right to who can protect him, and who was that? The right wing folks who be like, "Oh, it's okay. Like do we have proof? What we do have proof? What God says, forgive." And all this, yeah. Diddy knew that something was coming, and why do I know this? He attached himself to the black church.
Oh boy.
Oh
And
wow.
he started to label himself as love and start to move in a way where he was only positive. What does
Mm.
love mean to the black church? Love is God because in biblical terminology, God is love. That's the definition. Love is God, God is love. And Diddy has a God complex. And mind you, this is my assessment.
Mm.
Diddy
Mhm.
has a God complex. He changed himself to love. He believes that he is almost like a savior to people that come into his life. He
Mm.
believes that he's at the top of the top and he's untouchable. But here we are. Even the black church I have not seen since this incident step up for him
Woke up.
because I started seeing he attached himself and he called him his mentor, and that's TD Jakes.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
TD Jakes was showing up after preaching, and I love TD Jakes, but I couldn't. It wasn't reading to me correctly. Where I would hear TD Jakes tell us, "You can't be going from you can't be serving God and living a life where you are surrounded by people who are not aligned with God." I remember this like yesterday. I was listening to that, and I love it, and I apply it. But The next day, you're in the room with Diddy and all these other people after you done told us we can't, and we shouldn't. If we're walking on this path, I think not, my brother. I think not.
Mm.
All right, you guys chime in real quick.
Well,
My stove needs
So
attending to. I got something
fine.
frying.
It's just they always love to go to church and seek forgiveness. But and don't get me wrong, I get it, but that becomes its own way of abuse, right? To excuse you from being able to get away with anything, right? There's
yeah,
plenty of examples of that, and you know, I just been thinking about this all week, like the amount of power that these guys have, and the amount the the fact that they don't have to engage in this type of behavior, but they choose to, right? And choose to use their power in this abusive fashion. Despite, I mean, and I think a lot of people make this comment, like they sexual assault at that level and that kind of fame and that popularity, it's more than just a choice. That reflects something going on that really has to be addressed with these people. And I
yeah.
Diddy is just the latest example of powerful men who've used their power to hurt people and get away with it for years.
Years. Uh-huh. And it's to the point now, like Roller even said in the chat, you got security guards coming out saying a lot of the allegations and everything that was reported are true. I mean, it's people coming out of the woodworks saying stuff. The most recent video I saw was from Columbus Short saying that Diddy called him late night saying, "Hey, what you doing? Why don't you come join me in my hotel room?" He say, "Who all over there?" "Just me." What the hell?
Oh, I didn't know about that. I didn't know
Yeah,
about
man. It is at this point. It's becoming it's becoming a
that.
spectacle almost. But all the allegations, like from the security guards and people that are close to him, saying that he allegedly punched Kim Porter in the nose and broke her nose. These allegations coming out against Diddy is, I will say, it's heartbreaking because here it is. Let's be honest, man. We've been rocking with Diddy for years.
Years, man.
College, bro, from college all the way up until now. It's just like, and now hearing this stuff is just like, bro, it's like the mighty have fallen.
Mm, mm. It's a bad, yeah, but it's a consistent thing, right? Like
Yeah,
how many powerful people do we see being guilty of this? And I think what it is that when they have that power, they are attracted to what they can get away with that power.
yeah,
What turns them on, like really, like literally, I think in a physical sense, what they get off on is what they can get away with that power, and that puts them in constant examples. Like this is why so many people are coming up and saying they know so many examples of Diddy doing this. They know so many examples of Bill Cosby doing this. They
yeah,
know so many examples of Harvey Weinstein doing this. Like it's powerful men, no matter what race, no matter what age, no matter what belief system, they all behave the same way.
mm, you're right.
Anyway, do we? Rebecca is still doing her thing.
Oh,
Do we have a
she's
clip on that?
she's back. Yes.
Yay, David. I was trying to chime in, and here you go walking the dog.
Mm,
Listen to me. With all you guys made some really, really great points. I think that because Diddy feels like he's untouchable, I think this is great. That's going to happen to him. The discourse online is still going to continue no matter what. They're going to
Yeah.
say he wanted money, even though, like, let's kind of look at it from a point of view of if that was the case, why would this man settle in less than 24 hours?
Yeah.
Let's start looking at the logistics of it. But who cares, right? I think what we're seeing here is a reckoning of women of color. She's ambiguous, but Black women coming out and saying things that happened to them. And the Black men that done these things are getting dealt with. So that's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear. That's what I love that's going on because I know even, so many women who are working at lower levels in offices where this thing is happening to them and they say that this is happening to them and they end up getting fired.
mm,
Mm.
Okay? They don't have voices. We remember how long this went on with R. Kelly for years. Women have been saying this stuff.
mm,
Women have been saying this stuff.
mm.
So now I think it's just about what happens in this moment. I asked the question: is there a such thing as canceling Diddy in this moment?
Mm.
Will
Mm.
Diddy's music be dropped from certain things? Will he
It's
not be
so
like
much.
what happens here? Because the internet is now in a very fickle time. R. Kelly was canceled at another time. The internet today, they will say cancel that man, and in 2 years they will forget that they said cancel that man and be like, did he never did nothing to nobody? Did he out here doing
Mhm.
what he got to do for his family? They gonna do that. Okay, all right. They will try to if the glove fits we
Hmm.
must quit. They're gonna try to do that to Diddy. They will. Trust me. Make sure you share. Okay? You share, you like, you comment, you subscribe. Okay? You guys, we need your support to keep this going, to keep these conversations going. Patreon.com/, like it or not. Patreon.com/, like it or not. Listen, without you, wouldn't be no me. All right? Here on Like It or Not.